Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1912. Fun Friday. Yes, we're at the end of the week. Finish it Friday, fun Friday, whichever Friday you want to do. Yabba dabba do Friday. I don't even know where that came from. So how has your fun Friday been? Has it been full of fun because it's the end of the week? Have you got rid of those projects that were on your desk? I have been a creation machine today. I can't talk about what I've been creating, but it's been good. Oh, and for those that have been asking, when I came up with my little lyrics last night and thought I'd make a song out of it, I have a rough draft on a song. I have no idea what the tune's going to be. I've been playing with different rounds of tunes. I need a songwriter. I'm not a songwriter. I'm a composer. So if you are in contact with somebody who is a composer or you are a composer, I have lyrics that I need music for. So please reach out and contact me. But it's shaping up. There's some tweaks and changes that are going to have to be made. It's the first rough draft. There are tweaks and changes going to be made because when I've been playing with it on and off all day, it's been going through my head the whole day, just the lyrics. I'm thinking, yeah, that one's not working. I got to find something else to put in that place. So anyway, if you are a song composer for the music side of things, please contact me. Or if you know of one, please have them contact me because I am looking for somebody who can play an instrument and compose a song for me. Like I said, I have got the lyrics. I just need the music. So if you know of somebody who can help me with the music, I would greatly appreciate an introduction. Anyway, so that's one thing from today. I have been working on social media posts today as part of my homework from Monday's session. I've been working on those. My social, whatever it was, index, my SSI index, has moved me up another 2 points. So instead of being in the top 9% for my industry, I'm now in the top 7% of my industry. And that's just from yesterday. So on Monday, it was 19, I think. Yeah, I was in the top 19 yesterday. I was in the top 9 today. I'm in the top 7. So I've been in LinkedIn a little more and playing around in there as well. So all my projects for this week, I think, are done. Yeah. And now it's time to have some fun. I don't know what's going on with Zeffie today, but she's been looking a little off. I think it's because it's the second day in a row where I've had to also work for a full day as well. She decided to wake me up at 1 o'clock this morning. Got to tell you this. So I'm in bed. I'm sound asleep, right? And the next thing I hear is, I'm like, what the heck? And I bolt up and go, Zeffie, what's the problem? And she's sitting there just looking at me. And I'm like, you want out? And she's off the bed and down the hallway. I'm like, okay. So I get up, grab my robe and follow off and grab my phone. I always grab my phone in case there's some emergency outside and walk off down there. Just leave the hall lights on, walk through a darkened family room, open up the door. She goes outside and she just stands there and looks around and stops and then turns this way and looks around and stops. And after doing this for a couple of minutes, sometimes she will stay there for a couple of minutes and then she wanders off to do whatever she has to do. So I was just like, okay, I'll wait here patiently. Well, after a couple of minutes, she just laid down right there on the patio. And I went, no, in. And so she gets this, we are not doing this. And so I start walking back down. And so I lock everything back up, close the blinds and everything, and start walking back down to the bed. And she's still standing there in the middle of the family room. I says, well, come on, let's go to bed. So she follows me halfway down the hall and watches me climb into bed. And then she just stands there and looks at me. And I'm like, seriously? And so I get back up. I go out. I open up the door for her. And she just totally ignores the door and goes over and has a drink of water. I don't know what was going on with her. And so finally, I'm sort of like, okay, this is done. I'm going back to bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going back to bed. So I get back into bed. And then this time when I call her, she comes and jumps up on the bed and curls up and goes back to sleep. I've turned over, out like a light, back to sleep. And then when the alarm went off this morning, she was sort of like, she was just laying there. She wasn't moving. She didn't even budge. Not a thing. But then we had something really cool happen because we got up, got ready and everything, went out to do our walk because we had to be back and online by 7 o'clock for the help chat. And so we got out. This is really cool. This is the coolest part. If you have not seen my Facebook page from today, this is a cool story. It has been with me all day and has just fed my feelings of joy and gratitude the entire day for what I got to witness today. And This week we've been going out for walks pre-sunrise. So the sun hasn't yet come up. It's kind of a little dim, but it's slowly brightening. It's not complete darkness. There is daylight. There is some daylight that you can see. And we turn and we're heading down the street to go to the park where we go for our walk. And across in front of us glides this owl. It glides up and it goes up to this house that we can't see the roof of because there's this big tree in the way. And then a few seconds later, the owl comes around and its wings. It just amazes me how wide an owl's wings are compared to the size of their body. And it's got its wings fully extended and it banks around this. Actually, it goes this way because it banks around this tree and disappears down between these two houses. The one it first landed on, and then the one next to it. So as we get to the one that was next to it, I look up and I see the owl there. And I'm like, oh, this is so cool. It's just sitting up there on the gable of the house. Well, this movement catches me out of the corner of my eye, and I turn and look at the house next to it where that it had come from. There's another owl sitting there. And with that, this owl swoops down, banks around the tree, and goes and lands next to the first owl. There's two owls sitting there. I have never in my entire life seen two owls in the same place at one time. Now, I have heard two owls in close proximity, but I've never seen two owls together. And this is going back about 3 weeks when we were out walking in the evening, and we walked past the lamppost where the owl usually sits when we see him like once or twice a week. He wasn't there, but as we're walking down that path, getting further away from that lamppost, we look up, see the whoosh, and you see his shadow going across the path as he swoops up and goes up to the lamppost. And of course, it's too dark to take any pictures because if I can capture a picture, I will. And then he starts hooting. And so as we're walking through the park, we walk past the playground area, and as we're getting close to the playground, I'm hearing these two hoots, this hooting going off. There's this hoo-hoo coming from this side, there's a hoo-hoo coming, and I'm like, hang on, they're coming from two different directions. I'm like, is this two different owls, or is it one owl? And somehow, because of where I am, his hooting is bouncing off. But no, because it's definitely coming from in front of me somewhere, and it's a quieter. This one's loud, this one's quiet. As I'm looking this way, this one gets quieter, this one gets louder. And we are about a block away from the first owl, halfway across the park, and almost a block away on the other side of the park is another owl sitting on a lamppost, and the two of them are hooting backwards and forwards to each other. That was about 3 weeks ago. It was awesome. And then today we got to stand, and I'm standing there watching these two owls. Zephy, she hates it when I stop in the morning before we've gotten to the park. She's quiet as a mouse. She's standing there watching what's going on with the owls as well. She must have realized how special this moment was. And I'm just sort of like, oh, my heart is so full of joy right now to be able to witness this. And while we're watching the two owls, the first one swoops off down across to the other side, across through between the houses on the other side of the behind the back fence of the first house, over across to the other street. And then about 15, 20 seconds later, the other one follows. And we just stood there and just watched this completely in the moment. Didn't even think to pull my phone out, take a video of it. I was living that moment, in that moment with those owls. It was completely magical. And as I'm walking away, I can feel the joy and gratitude just pouring through me about the fact that I got to witness this beautiful miracle of two owls, which I had never seen together before. I've always only ever seen one owl sitting on a lamppost, but I'd never seen two together. So that was a very cool moment. And the whole way through the walk, I'm like, oh, that was so good. That was so special. That was magical. And Zephy's got a little pep in her step as well. She's picking up on the vibes from me. And we're just like doing our walk and everything else, and everything's going beautifully. And we get back home. And what she's been doing lately is that as we do the return home, she starts lagging behind me. So it's sort of like I'm walking like this with her leash instead of like this as how we usually start out. And as we're walking home, as we get on the return trip home, my arm starts going back, and I'm just like, today she just walked quietly beside me. Like, yep. And then then when we got by the mailboxes, she kind of lagged back just a little bit, but most of the time she was up with me, and I'm sort of like, what's going on with you? So, but then today, I give her an afternoon treat every afternoon, and yeah, it's still sitting on the floor there behind me. She hasn't eaten it. She loves her treats. I don't know why she didn't pick this one. No idea whatsoever. But so it's been a very magical day, and because of that, that joy and that gratitude that I got a huge dose of this morning, it's carried me throughout the day. I've been extremely creative with things today. It like unlocked my creativity today, and I've been having so much fun with it today. And it's just been just a lot of fun today. It's been a huge, huge day. So I got some stuff done, and of course, because I was working for Mailbox Power for 9 hours today, I couldn't do anything for my clients today, which I'll do some tonight, but I couldn't do it throughout the day. So everything I was doing today was all for me. That was not income producing, because that to me is just sort of like, yeah, that's the wrong thing to do when you're doing work for somebody else, to be working on other projects for clients and things. So I will not do that. So I was having fun being creative in other areas and things like writing my song from last night, coming up with the lyrics, and even just playing around with the tunes a little bit to see what would fit, what wouldn't fit, and how it would work, and thinking, yeah, those words don't kind of go to, they read together fine, but they don't sound together when you kind of sing it. This is why I need somebody who can compose music that can either make the words fit or help me find the words that will fit to make the song even better, because it's just in a rough draft right now. So if you have a connection with somebody who can write music for a song, please give me an introduction to them, because I would absolutely love to do a collaboration with somebody who composes music to get this song out. Because right now the wording sounds pretty cool, but I know there's a lot of work to be done, and that some of the wording is going to change. So, but anyway, that was our fun day today. So now we're on to our Chockbox chocolate bliss time, and I'm only 2 nights away from opening this one. See, I've still got it sealed. You can still see the seal on there. I've been a good girl. I am so tempted to open that and see what's in there, but I have to wait, because this one's not empty yet. We still have 2 things left, and we know tonight we're doing I still haven't played the maze game. This one's tomorrow night. This is the better than hazelnut chocolate cream. Tonight we're doing the 60% bitter chocolate. Chocolata. I think that's how you say it. No, it's not even it's a Chocolata. Chocolata? Can somebody tell me how to say this? I don't know. So I'm going to pronounce it wrong. I know. So let's go find it on here. It's the Carré Chocolata Bitter. I love bitter chocolate. It's got, look at this. It says 60% bitter, and I bet that's 60% cacao, because cacao is very bitter compared to cocoa, and cacao is what cocoa turns into. Yes, it's cacao first, and then through the process it becomes cocoa. All right, let's see. Turn here so I can read it. So the Ultra Bitter Square chocolate with 60%, it says cocoa. That's interesting. Is pure chocolate bliss. Indulge in the rich, intense flavor of this dark chocolate square. Yes, I love dark chocolate. Perfect for those who appreciate the deep, bold taste of high quality cocoa. Yeah, it is cocoa. Savor the moment with Ulka's exquisite chocolate creation. Let's try it. Oh. I love how they cut their paper. Anyway. And I've got no idea what I'm singing here right now with this little bit of tune. No idea whatsoever. But it doesn't fit the words so it won't be the tune. Okay, this has been in heat a little bit, but you can see the dark chocolate piece there. Look at this. I could just want to go and eat the whole thing. But we're going to be a little more ladylike. Oops. I need to break off a row. Here's the other bit. This is not bitter at all. Oh, I made a mess. But not as intense as some, but then again, it's only 60% and it's cocoa, not cacao. So, like I can read. That's way too small. Well, it definitely says cocoa. And cocoa butter. It's got. Oh, I can't even read this. I can't find my magnifying glass. So I don't even get to. But this is really good. Definitely not as sweet. This is definitely the least sweet of what we've tasted in this entire box. Definitely that. Its first ingredient is cocoa something. Then it's got sugar, and then it's cocoa butter, and then cocoa powder. Okay, hang on. I'm ready to go for it. Somebody's eating her dinner, her breakfast. Okay, it says cocoa mass, sugar, cocoa butter, cocoa powder, whey protein from milk, plain fat from milk, emulsifiers, which are soy lecithin, something I can't pronounce. I don't like having things I can't pronounce. Flavorings, minimum of 60% cocoa solids. So, yeah. So it definitely says cocoa powder and cocoa mass and cocoa this and cocoa that. It doesn't say cacao. And if it was cacao, it would definitely be a lot better than what this is. But this is good. Not sure that this will last till tomorrow. I love dark chocolate. So I've got 3 rows sitting there. And I've got chocolate dust on the table. So that's our one for tonight. Tomorrow night we do the cocoa cream, the chocolate cream, which we kind of did on the first night. So I could technically open the other box tomorrow night because I have already tasted the chocolate cream on the first night. But this one, this cocoa cream, not sure if I'll save that till tomorrow night. I know the other box has got one in it. But you know what? I'm going to read it anyway because I can't wait to get into the other box. We're going to open that box tomorrow night. Yep. And then because it's, maybe, I don't know if I can wait that long. Maybe I should save it till the 1st of November because there's 25 snacks in here. And here's why. November 1st, I start my James Bond Fest. Every November, November 1st is our James Bond month. And November 1st will be Dr. No, came out in 1962. This has 25 pieces of snacks. So if we start this on November 1st and we do one a night for whatever James Bond movie we're going to be doing that night, there's 25 James Bond movies in the Eon Productions franchise. We could do one per James Bond movie. Oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait that long. That's a week I've got to wait, but it's only next Friday. It's only next Friday. We're going to do that. That's what we're going to do. So this box, executive decision here. This box we will be opening on November the 1st, right before we do Dr. No. So whatever snack we have that evening will be taste tested here, and then it'll be enjoyed when we go and watch the James Bond movie whatever the James Bond movie is that evening. We're going to be doing them in order. The 25 done by Eon Productions will be done in order, like they are every November. Then number 20, well, this only goes to 25. Movie number 26 will be Casino Royale, that came out in 1967 with David Niven as James Bond. It was a spy movie spoof. Then we'll follow that with Never Say Never Again with Sean Connery, which was the remake of Thunderball that came out in 83. And then we're going to be finishing, so that's 25, 26, 27. And on day 28 of, that's right, I'm going to be going to, we're going to be, hang on. I just got to, when's Thanksgiving? Hang on. Got to go to my cheat sheet. Let's see. Day 27 and day 28 are going to be delayed because I'm going to be in San Diego for Thanksgiving, and the 28th is Thanksgiving. So Never Say Never Again and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. You're going to go Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with James Bond? Wait one. Are going to be deferred until December 1st and 2nd, which is when I usually start my Christmas run, my holiday movies. Yeah. Only because I'm going to be in San Diego for Thanksgiving with the family. So now, you're probably asking, why Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Ian Fleming, who is the author and the creator of James Bond, wrote the children's books. There's actually 3 of them of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. They were published, and he died before they were published. So that is why we watched the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang movie. And also, in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang movie, there are 2 characters from James Bond movies, or 2 people who have been in James Bond movies that also had cameo appearances in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. One of them being Desmond Llewellyn. He plays the junkyard, the owner of the junkyard, right near the beginning of the movie, where the kids are trying to persuade him to not sell the car that they want their dad to purchase. So there's Desmond Llewellyn. Desmond Llewellyn was Q in 17 of the movies of James. He played Q in 17 of the movies for James Bond. During his run as Q, there was one movie that he did not appear in during those years, and that was Live and Let Die. But he appeared in all of the other James Bond movies, the other 17. His last one was The World Is Not Enough, where he introduced R, who was played by John Cleese, as his replacement because he was announcing his retirement. As it happened, just after that movie, World Is Not Enough was released, unfortunately, Desmond Llewellyn was in a car accident and passed away because of it, due to injuries and things. So it was kind of just really weird how that all worked out. Yeah, he was Q for a long, long time, and he was awesome. I loved him as Q. And then let's see, who else is in there? Oh yeah, the guy that plays Goldfinger, he is the Baron in the movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So if you are watching Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, look out for Desmond Llewellyn as the junkyard owner, and look out for the Baron, because he's the one that was Goldfinger in the movie Goldfinger. So there's a couple of little tidbits for you in advance of our James Bond month. So yes, so what we're going to do, executive decision, is this will be tomorrow night, the chocolate cream. The bitter is very good. I don't know why I put it back in the box, but it's in there. And the snack, the 25 in the snack box here will not be opened until next Friday, which is November 1st. And then we'll pick a snack out of there that will be movie snacks for the night. So this one's got chocolates in here. It's got biscuits in here, biscuits being cookies. And it's got other snacks and candies in here as well. There's 25 of them. We'll go through them on the first night on November 1st. And then we'll pick one that we're going to taste test that day. And then we're going to have it that evening while watching Dr. No. And we'll do one per James Bond movie of the Eon Productions franchise. So that's my plan now. I have a plan. That's what we're going to do. So with that, I am out of here. We'll be back tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific.